Hello and welcome. Today we are going to talk about the third ethical principle, that is justice. So, justice is defined as treating people fairly. And by fairness, we mean that treating people as they deserve, based on their choices and actions. So, there are three types of justice: distributive justice, retributive justice, and compensatory justice. Today, we will cover distributive justice. We will talk about distributive justice, and the two other types of justices will be discussed in other sessions. So first one, the distributive justice. Distributive justice is about the distribution of society benefits and burden. So it is about the fair distribution of society benefits and burden. Like we have in society, there are certain benefits such as jobs, foods, housing, income, and wealth, etc. And then there are burdens like unpleasant work, labor, substandard housing, health, and injuries, etc. So the problem with this is that there is scarcity of resources or scarcity of benefits. So people, they want benefits, but no one is willing to shoulder the burdens in society. So this may raise a conflict in a society. So distributive justice talk about the fair distribution of society benefits and burden. Like these benefits and burden should be distributed fairly. So there are four views about the fair distribution. Like what is fair distribution? That is, we can say that there are four views that what could be the fair distribution of benefits and burden. Number one is the egalitarianism or egalitarian view or equalitarian view of justice. So the egalitarian view, it says that the benefits and burdens should be distributed in a way that every person should be given exactly equal share of society benefits and burden. And they say that since all human beings are equal in each person has an equal claim on society's goods, that's why the benefits and burden should be distributed equally. There are two types of equality. Number one is political equality. Political equality means the equal participation in a political process, and then economic equality, equal employment opportunities and wealth opportunities to individuals. Second view of justice is the capitalist justice. The capitalists, they believe that benefits and burdens should be distributed according to the value of the contribution an individual make to a society. So the more a person contributes to a society pool of economic goods, the more that person is entitled to take from that pool. The less an individual contribute, the less that individual should get. So more contribution means that an individual can get more from a society pool of resources. So contribution should be measured in terms of work effort, the effort people put in a certain works. So the individual who put more effort should get more share of the benefit. Then the productivity, the greater the quantity of a person contributed product, the more that person should receive. Like an individual should receive more benefit if he is producing more than the market value. The person contribution is equal to whatever that contribution would sell for in a competitive market. The person should receive the market value, the competitive market value for whatever he or she is doing or what he or she is producing or what he or she is putting into a certain job. Third is the socialist justice, and the socialist justice is based on needs and abilities. And Louis Blanc, Karl Marx, and Nikolai Lenin were some of the supporter or proponent of the socialist justice. The socialist justice, it talks about the distribution and the distribution of benefits and burden on the basis of abilities and needs. And they say that work burdens should be distributed according to people's abilities and benefits should be distributed according to people's needs. So there are two things, 2 points. Number one, first, distributing work according to ability, and second one is distributing benefits so that people basic biological or health needs are met, and then using what is left to meet people other non-basic needs. So basically, in social justice, the productive resources are owned and controlled by the government, and then they decide what to produce and how to distribute it. Lastly, justice as freedom or liberty, the concept of liberty or libertarianism. The libertarianism or the libertarian view say that individuals should be given liberty. What is liberty? Liberty is to freely choose to exchange with each other the goods each person already owns. So there should be free exchange of goods. So according to Robert Nozick, who is the proponent of libertarianism, justice as a liberty or freedom of choice. And then the only distribution that is just is one that results from free individual choices. So any distribution, according to Nozick, that results from an attempt to impose a certain pattern on society will therefore be unjust. So these are the four views of distributive justice. Next session, we will discuss the other types of justice. Thank you.